Hey, welcome back to the Rock Fantasy YouTube channel. We're here on a Wednesday night. What are we here? It's October 8th. We're in Rocktober. And I just did my episode. I'll run over my picks at the end of this one again in case you didn't watch the other one. But we're here tonight just to talk about what we've been listening to. Doesn't have to be new releases. It can be. What are we listening to when we go to work, when we're going to work, or when we're at the gym, or whatever we're doing, driving somewhere? What have we been listening to on the stereos and our headphones? And we've done this. We do this every once in a while. And like I said, I did mine, but I have Ed Farshtey here from Armageddon Productions tonight. He just did his fest about a month ago, and he said he's been working every day since then. That's why we haven't seen him on the channel or at any of the concerts in the New York City scene. And I got Ovi, our resident Viking, who I didn't think was even doing this episode, but he hit me up earlier. So we're going to get the what Ed and Ovi are listening to on this episode. So I'm going to let Ed kick it off, and then we'll go over to Ovi, and I'll run through my picks. I won't talk much about them, but please
Did you
check
get
out the
James's
video I
picks,
did too.
Killer?
Yes.
Didn't you get James's picks from Ralph?
Oh, I do have James's picks. Should I give them first?
Yeah, might as well.
It's your
All right,
episode.
I can. Oh, let's see here. Thanks for reminding me.
All good.
So, of
I know
course,
you're busy,
James
so
is our outspoken great host of the Rock Fantasy Files.
yeah.
And this is what he writes. Hey, Count Ralphus, I'd like to give you my picks for tonight's podcast and what we're listening to because you know I love horror. And I'm sure you appreciate that. I'm only missing the podcast to go see The Devil's Rejects on the big screen for its 20th anniversary. So here goes James's picks. Dark Chapel, Spirit in the Glass. Looking forward to seeing these guys open for Zach Sabbath next month.
Oh,
He's
nice.
also been listening to Black Label Society. The song remains not the same, Volume 2. He's
Oh, nice.
also been listening to the latest album from Ghost, Skeleton. He's also
Yeah.
been listening to White Zombie, Astro Creep 2000, Songs of Love, Destruction, and Other Synthetic Delusions of the Electric Head. If you
Classic.
don't say the entire name of the White Zombie album, Sherry Moon Zombie will appear in every movie you watch from now on and call you a poser, he said.
Huh.
He's also been listening to Kirk Winstein, Ethereal Waves, Crowbar's frontman's brand new solo album, very doomy, atmospheric, and psychedelic.
Yep.
And he also is listening to POD Satellite. I can't
Oh,
wait to
wow.
watch you squirm when you have to say this band and album out loud. Of course, I
Huh.
can say it, and I don't hate POD, so I play bubble hockey all the time, and that's one of my theme songs. And
Yeah.
please come see Crucial Pain and New York death metal legends Malignancy at the Greenwood Features in Bethel, Connecticut on Saturday, October 25th. Advanced tickets are only $20 and available at www.greenwoodfeatures.com. Crucial Pain opens the show at 7 p.m., so please get there early. Thanks, Ralph. He says he looks forward to talking with some of you guys who are doing a Pantera ranking this week, so that's going to be up on the channel. So those are James's picks. So now we'll get Ed's and then we'll get Ovi's.
Yep.
Cool. So what's up, guys? I'm glad to be back on Rock Fantasy Files. It has been almost 2 months since I've been here.
Has it been that long?
It's
Wow.
been that long
Crazy.
because I didn't do the last couple of episodes before the Rage of Armageddon Fest, which was
Yeah,
Labor Day week. And then the whole month of September, I was working, so I couldn't do
sure,
anything.
sure.
It's been a while, so I miss you guys. Well, it's nice to be
No,
back.
likewise.
Yeah, I mean, as far as what I've been listening to lately, because I've been in the Rage of Armageddon Fest mode for the last few months, it's pretty much been bands like that. I had my fest, my eighth fest, Labor Day weekend, which was fantastic. It was a great time. So I was listening to all the bands leading up to that. And since then, I'm working on next year's fest. I've pretty
Cool.
much got 85% of the bands confirmed already. So I've been listening to a lot of those bands. Well, most of those bands I can't talk about yet because I haven't announced them yet. But I'll talk about it. I'll mention a couple of them that I have been listening to in depth. But as far as stuff I've been listening to that I've gotten recently, again, since I've been doing the fest and working, I haven't really bought any new records in a while. I was given a few records at the fest, and I've gotten a couple in the mail since then. So that's pretty much what I've been listening to, and a lot of old stuff. One of the bands that played my fest was Overlord. They're a killer power metal, heavy metal band going back to the 80s, celebrating 40 years. And they just gave me They re-released their 87 demo on vinyl. They pressed it on vinyl. It sounds amazing. So I've got a copy of that. I'm listening to that a lot. And they put out a new record, Awaken the Fury in 2023. Killer record, just a fantastic band. I was so happy to have them play my fest. They rarely play live around here. The albums are fantastic. So I highly recommend it. Next one is Deteriorate, another band that played my fest. They actually jumped on last minute to fill in. Band had to cancel. And I just got their new record, Awakening, last week in the mail. Brutal, brutal, brutal death metal. They go back to 1990. They're an old school death metal band, and they have not missed their groove. They've not missed their brutality at all. They've been putting out records on a fairly consistent basis, playing live all the time. And this record is up to par with anything they've done before. It's just straight brutal brutality with a hook to it. So it's not like just it's blowing your mind. It's got a groove, it's got a hook, and it's got aggression. There's really killer stuff. And then I got Deceased. I've got two recent releases from Deceased. They are my all-time favorite death metal band, my best friends. They, of course, played my fest, too. The set they did at my fest was an old-school set. They literally just played songs from their demos, which is absolutely fantastic. For me, that was there a billion times back in the 80s. It was great reliving that. Had the original band members on stage for the first time in 20 years. They did all demo stuff. So one of the things I've been listening to is, let's see what they call it here, March of the Cadavers. It is a greatest hits collection. There's two CDs. The first CD is songs from all their albums. The recorded versions from the albums. The second disc is 7 newly re-recorded old songs, 2 cover songs, and a few other little surprises. They do Die Young and Venom's Lady Lust.
Wow.
Fantastic.
Wow.
It's really, really great shit. And also, we just got recently in the mail, I got this last week also from Deceased, Demo from the Grave, a 2 CD set. Like I mentioned, for my fest, they did all demo stuff. This CD is their 3 demos pressed on vinyl. Well, CD for now, hopefully vinyl in the future. But first time pressed all together, all the demos with an 89 rehearsal. So again, I go way back to the band, to the Sick Thrash demo in 86. And I love the demos. I love reliving it. And hearing the demos remastered, pressed on CD, sound even more crisper, even fucking more powerful, and it's just a fantastic CD. So those are the 2 things I've been listening. Those are the 3 bands that I've been listening to from the fest that basically played the fest that I've got material from. The other band I've been listening to a lot lately is Venom. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. I wear welcome to shut. Yeah.
Okay.
Venom just recently, well, not Venom, but Mantis and Abaddon just recently announced playing the Keep It True Fest next year, celebrating 45 years of the Welcome to Hell album.
Wow.
And they're just celebrating Venom as a band. I was watching an interview with Mantis and Abaddon last week. Tony, the singer, everything. It was really, really, really informative. I suggest any Venom fan find this interview and watch it. It's really, really cool. Mantis had 2 heart attacks. Abaddon went through a cancer. So they're both healthy now. They're both doing great, and they're talking again. They're playing together. So we've got Kronos' Venom, we've got Tony Dolan's Venom Inc., and now we've got Mantis and Abaddon.
Jesus, 3 Venoms.
Exactly. Well, like they said, really only one Venom, as far as I'm concerned. And so these guys are doing the Keep It True set, Welcome to Hell, and other classics. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. And I was hoping that they said this in the interview, and they did. They've been getting offers from other festivals now that this has been announced, and I really hope they come over to the U.S. I mean, I'll go to Milwaukee Metal Fest, MDF, wherever the hell they play.
Yeah.
You know, I've seen Venom. I've seen the original Venom. I've seen other incantations of Venom, and Venom are the greatest band ever. So I've been on a huge Venom kick lately.
I saw Venom Inc. when they were both in there.
Yep, I saw Venom.
They were both in Venom Inc. I saw them at St. Vitus with Gohar opening up.
I co-promoted that show.
You were there, yeah.
Yep. Yeah, and I did Venom. I did Venom Inc. Co-promoted that show at St. Vitus, and then they came back with just Mantis, I think. And I didn't do that show. St. Vitus did that show. That was also great. And then they came back with just Abaddon, and it's been going back and forth. Now they're both out of the band.
Yeah, yeah.
Doing their own thing. And they're just calling it Venom. What is it? Celebrating Venom with Mantis and Abaddon. No new name, no new anything. They're not playing. They may do
Yeah.
some new material, but they're just playing old Venom. And Venom's the greatest band of all time. I mean, as far as underground metal, I love Venom.
It's too bad they can't get Cronus back on board.
Never gonna happen.
Never
Like
gonna
I said,
happen. It's like Roger Waters and David Gilmour, or what?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there's more of a chance of that happening.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen with them. So, like I said, I've been on a huge Venom kick and just listening to the album over and over and over again. I've been doing that for
Well, they are
45
in dispute, aren't they, with Kronos, because Matthias and Abaddon, they were only in court because Kronos has the rights for the Venom name or the logo or whatever.
Well, not anymore. Abaddon won that court case.
Oh,
He did. Again, he mentioned it. He won the court case. He's just waiting for the settlement now. But they won the court case. Because, like I said, Mantis was the original former of the band. Abaddon was second. Kronos was third, and he just ran with it from there. Kronos is. I love Kronos. It's Kronos. But still, Mantis and Abaddon, those are the better two guys in the band. And I can't wait for this. I really hope they come over to the U.S. So that's about what I've been listening to. There's a ton of Venom and bands at the festival. A couple of bands that are playing my festival that I've been listening to heavily lately, that I wasn't that familiar with, but liked and respected. New bands like Glacier from Portland, old school heavy metal. Sinister Realm from Pennsylvania, another old school. They're only from like 2008, but old school sounding with a little doom in them. And just what other band? Oh wait, we got Bastard Skull from New York, new band featuring Tom from formerly from Blood Feast. There's heavy rock with a metal edge, and it's just great stuff. So I got a lot of bands to talk about in a few months with my festival, but that's about it for now. What I've been listening to. And
awesome.
When I went back and forth to West, I just listen to Pandora. I got my old metal station I listen to. So
there you go. All right, Ovi. What's been going on over there in Norway? What have you been listening to?
Well, I got this album much later than everybody else, but I've been listening to it in my car like constantly now for, I would say, since June. And it's just getting better and better. And that's the latest Cradle of Filth album.
Oh, wow. Yeah. I've been listening to that earlier in the year too. I saw them twice in the States. Yeah.
It's so good. I mean, this album is so good. You listen to it and it gets better and better the more you listen to it, because there's so many layers beneath the surface. And it's like,
now, Obi, am I not wrong that like most of that band is gone now?
Well, the keyboardist and her husband, the guitar player, they left during the tour of the South America because of disputes and stuff. But they really did good job on this album. I mean,
oh yeah, the album's good. I got to see them. I saw them in New York City, and then I saw them in Reading, Pennsylvania, on that tour. What they call it was Dying Fetus, and
yeah.
And
it's just the Trinity of Shadows. I mean, there is like the White Hellbore. It's the whole album is just so good. It's an album that you really gotta listen to, like more than just 2 times. You gotta listen to it because there's so much going on. Because Danny Filth is a perfectionist, so there's a lot of things going on that you listen to, and you listen to it next time. You remember more from the song, and you can like pay attention to other details and stuff. So I really recommend this album. I know it came out in April, but it's so good.
Yeah, the Chaos and what's the Chaos and Carnage tour here in the States? It was Dying Fetus, Cradle of Filth, Flush God, Nea Obliviscaris, and like 3 other bands opened up. It was a good time.
Yeah. My second one came out the month after, and that's the new Benediction album.
Oh yeah.
Of Empires. And I mean, they keep their style, they keep it clean, they keep it old school. If you like old school, if you like the one that sticks to the rules and stick to what is good, Benediction is one of what one to go to. They have never let me down yet. And this one is just as good as the previous one, maybe even better. It's so good. It's so catchy, and it's like you close your eyes and you're back 30 years easily. It's just you're back in the groove. My number 3 is gonna be maybe it's gonna be in the core country. It's gonna be Fallujah with
Oh,
their newer album Cenotaph. And I mean, they got a new guitar player on it, and he is so good. I believe he's from the New York area, but they are California based. But this new album is so good, and the artwork is so cool.
It's a hard. Oh, and what style of music is that?
Well, I would say it's core, it's metalcore, but they have
Oh,
like
okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
but they have progression, and they have kind of like they are very skilled musicians, so they are more.
Yeah.
They are more than just core, but they are under metalcore banner. They are,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
they aren't your everyday. They actually put a lot of effort in what they do. My number 4 is gonna be a very recent one from Revocation,
Okay. Yeah.
the
I
new
didn't get that
Revocation
in for
album.
some reason.
It's so good. It's on
That
Metal
just
Blade.
came out like a week or two ago.
Yeah, it's on Metal Blade, so you should have it, Killer. I don't know what's the with the Metal Blade and you're not getting their albums. It's so weird. It's not the first time.
I do, but that was one we just didn't pull in for one reason or another. Yeah.
All right. And this new album is really good. You got guest appearance by the vocalist in Cattle Decapitation and a few others that helps out here. And I mean, this album is really good. It's been quite a spell since the last time we got an album from them. And yeah, this is I like this better than the previous one for sure.
Nice.
So I recommend it. And my last one is from the Masters from UK, and that's Paradise Lost.
That's
Their new
another.
album.
I gotta listen to that album.
Yeah, Ascension. It's so good. It's so good. I
What
mean,
label's that on?
that's a Nuclear Blast.
Yeah, for some reason, that's another one I haven't gotten in the store yet. I really slipped up on those last two.
There's a lot of different editions. Well, you
I've seen
can
a
get this
lot of
one.
people putting that on their list for possible best of the year.
Yeah, it's
Check it out.
so good.
It's
I
been
mean,
a few
they
years
have.
since I've heard them. I know they came through New York City earlier this year, maybe, or last year.
Yeah,
Last
they
year.
are good at traveling. They're good at touring. They really promote their stuff.
Yeah.
Um, I've listened to all their last albums, and I gotta say they are just on a way up. They're ascending more and more. I think this album, I like this album much more than the previous one. It's actually 5 years since the last one, which if you believe that. And that previous one, they got really, really good reviews and stuff, and it was really melodic. This one is luckily they have gone back more to their roots. It's more what me and Ed likes. It's like it's the good stuff. That really, really
Good stuff.
we know them like. So they are finding back. They are getting back in form.
Yeah.
Well, they have been back in form for quite a while, but this is what for us old school. We really likes the old stuff. So Ascension, I really recommend it. I just got it and I've been listening to it non-stop.
Excellent. Excellent.
So that's it for me.
All right. So
Short
while
and
we're
sweet.
talking about stuff, concerts and whatnot, I guess before I go on, I wanted to mention, I guess I will. I'll go on and mention that first before I bring up something else. November 1st, if you're in the New York area, I am celebrating 40 years of me, Rock Fantasy. Steve Keeler, but I've turned into Rock Fantasy. I morphed into this thing that's been going on for 40 years. Actually been going on longer because I actually started the store in 1979. That's how freaking old I am. It's getting scary. But I'm still here and I'm still ticking. And we're celebrating 40 years of the record store and in Middletown. We're having a big concert, a little bit of a festival. And it's going to be on Saturday, November 1st. It is a Halloween costume party, too. There'll be a $200 certificate to Rock Fantasy. There'll be some prizes from the brewery. It's going to be at the Clemson Brothers Brewery at the Zone at Clemson. There's a big stage, big event center that they put in. earlier this year, and it's going to be headlined. Kind of a little bit of a back to the beginning vibe here for us locally. We've got Sabbath Superstars as our headliner. We've got a day of hardcore and black metal and death metal and stuff and thrash metal earlier in the day with some original bands, but then we're going to round it off with Sabbath Superstars. They're from New Jersey, and of course Steven Desco is a frontman. He's a doppelganger for fucking Ozzy Osbourne. He pulls it off. Steven's been on the channel before. He's from the Philly area. He does the Land of Oz Black Sabbath tribute and Ozzy tribute rather, and he will be there that night and also co-headlining our Long Island, New York City's #1 Slayer tribute band. Show No Mercy will be on board. And then before that, we will have Sick Bay, one of the death metal veterans from the Hudson Valley. We will also have Jotunheim, black metal guys from New York City, Art Gold and Black Troops. And they put on a fucking killer set. They played shows for me in the past. And we have an upstart band that got back together, World's Demise. They're I guess you want to call them hardcore, metalcore. They were around back in the 2000 year, 1990s, and they got back together recently. They always draw a big crowd. World's Demise is going to be there. Burn the Ships is a female-fronted hardcore band with members from Necroptic Engorgement. They will be there. And opening up the night is Smokeborne Blasphemy, which is Jeremy Farfan. Folks from New York City know Jeremy well. And that's his new project, and they will be kicking things off. 4 o'clock are doors. 4:15 is Smokeborne Blasphemy. Like I said, it's a brewery. There's going to be plenty of beer, plenty of food, and we'll have a good time. So I hope you guys can come out and celebrate with us.
Is there any possibilities of for us international people? Will there be any live streams so we can see?
I don't think there'll be a live stream, but I will shoot some footage and I will put it up on the channel.
Okay. Okay.
Live. And speaking of old and me being old, yesterday here in the States, I don't know about over in Europe, but the Ozzy Osbourne documentary came out on Paramount Plus. Not the Coming Home one, but the I'm brain dead. But did you watch it yesterday, Ed?
I didn't even know it came out. I don't have Paramount Plus anyway.
Okay, you don't have Paramount Plus. It's almost worth, and Jeremy and Jaymz said it's almost worth joining it because you can do it for 7 days and then cancel it. If you just want to watch the documentary, it's very good.
Yeah, I definitely got to see the documentary.
And it just showed they started following Ozzy back, I think it was 2018 on this show.
Mm-hmm.
And they go through everything from him falling, the botched surgery in his neck, and the pain he lived through. And it really touches base on what he went through. And it was amazing that he got to get up there and do that show. And of course, we all know that he passed away just days later. And just the story of him and they showed a lot about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. They showed him doing the one song he did in Birmingham for that sporting event with Iommi. But it's really worth it if you guys, I mean, everybody on here loves Black Sabbath and Ozzy Osbourne, so I would say go out and listen to it. I did my list of what I've been listening to a little while ago. I think just in case you didn't watch that one, I will show it real quick, but I'm not going to go into details. Last week, I've been listening to stuff that I've been listening to in the store, new releases. I've also been touching base on some stuff that I've seen recently live. I just got to see Sonata Arctica, got to sign by them, and saw them in New York City last week. And Clear Cold Beyond, of course, is the tour. They have not been in the States since 2019, pre-pandemic. And when they did, they played mostly newer material. They only played a couple new songs from this album, and they really played the deep cuts. And my other pick, the next couple could be are in the running for album of the year for me. This is the brand new Amorphous Borderland.
Yeah,
That goes and
I sent you that
killer
the first
record.
that they came out. The
And of
first day
course,
they out the pre-order, I sent you a copy or sent you a link.
then Halloween, Giants and Monsters. Another killer record from the guys on all three vocalists, three guitarists. They go back and forth, war back and forth. I don't know if I like it as much as the last album, but it is a strong, strong slab of music. I've been listening to that a ton. Completely switching gears now. I love the Deftones. You got the new Deftones, and been digging that a lot too. I've been playing that a ton. So I've been selling a ton of Deftones. I can't keep
Yeah, they
stuff.
got really good reviews. The new one.
No, really switching gears. All we know is I like him. Most people on the channel probably don't listen to him, but it's Ginger Duel, one of their heaviest records, and she's a beast on stage. Tatiana, and the band's so freaking tight. They're actually coming around the States now. They're playing with Trivium, who I don't like, but I'll probably go catch them just to see
Could
them.
go. I saw them in June, and they are just getting better every year. They're just getting better and better.
And then we call Ovi our resident Viking, but he didn't talk about these Vikings. The new Unleashed.
Yeah, they are on tour.
Fire Upon Your Lands. And I got to check them out at Maryland Death Fest this year. It's first time I'd seen them in years. And strong record, of course, what you expect from the guys in Unleashed. Viking style, death metal, thrash metal, whatever you want to call it. I don't know if to me it's death metal, but it's definitely melodic. And I went to see Judas Priest a couple weeks ago, so I picked up their last album, which I listened to a shit ton last year. It was in my top couple albums of the year, Invincible Shield. And they only played a couple songs from it. They played Gates of Hell, and they played Giants in the Sky, which it's become an anthem, I think, and they were so great to incorporate that into the show. Of course, they sing about the giants in the sky, and they got the big screen up, and they put the clouds up, and first person that shows up in the clouds is Ronnie James. Then you see Lemmy show up, and you see all these different folks that we've lost from, everything from rock to metal, Freddie Mercury, and then they kind of all fade away, and then Ozzy shows up, and the place goes fucking nuts. So another album I have been listening to. What's that?
Unleashed played just in the US on a Metal Threat festival.
Oh, they did come to the Metal Threat. I know that. Nick Franco and Ryan Scow went out to that. I had a ton of bands cancel off that fucking thing.
Yeah, the visa problems.
A lot of visa problems. Vader was supposed to play around here the other night, and they had visa problems. They lost like 3 or 4 nights of their tour. I wanted to go see that tour so badly, but when they come back around, I'm not able to go. So I got 2 more albums.
New album next year.
What's that?
Their new album will be released
Vader,
next
they
year.
put like an EP out this year. But
but the new album is coming out in January or February. You got to start looking for it and get it pre-ordered.
Oh yeah, I'll get it in. But there's 2 more albums that are from the year 2000 that I've been listening to a lot. And this album I got in used a while back, and I popped it on. I said, man, I haven't listened to these guys in years. It's fucking Perfect Circle.
Oh, nice.
With I can't read it right now, but yes, I can. It's in such small letter. It's Murdanams, and this threw me back to being like 40 years old and hanging out in Las Vegas and hanging out in a lot of adult nightclubs and with a couple girls, and a couple of them danced to a couple songs on here. And I was like, why do I like this song so much? I'm like, oh yeah, now I remember. And you wouldn't think that strippers would dance the Perfect Circle, but they did back in the day. But
well, they have a few songs that they can move their hips to.
I mean, The Hollow, Magaladina, Rose, Judith, Rusty. The first half of this album, 3 Libras, fucking love it. And And the last one you guys probably hate, but I don't give a shit. So Mudvayne's LD50, love it. And I love Chad. And I tell you what, people joke about these guys. They're clowns. They dress in fucking makeup. Listen to their fucking lyrics and fucking listen to what that Chad's talking about. He's talking about a lot of mental illness, a lot of depression, a lot of anxiety, and a lot of shit going on. So,
what did you call him?
Monolith, Dig, Eternal Primates Forever, Death Blooms, Cradle, Nothing to Gain. I fucking love it. And they're touring the States promoting that record. I guess it's, what is it, the 25th anniversary of LD50. And of course, they're back together because Vinnie Paul passed away.
I actually heard Mudvayne
hell
for the
yeah.
first time around that time.
What's that? And of course, Pantera got back together. Vinnie Paul was still around. I bet you we wouldn't have Pantera back or Mudvayne.
No. It would be hell yeah. But yeah, I heard Mudvayne for the first time. You guys remember the remake of the movie Ghost Ship back in 2000, 2001?
Yeah.
There you got Mudvayne on it. That was the first time I ever heard Mudvayne.
So there's a song on that soundtrack. Which song is it? Their bass player is a fucking monster, Ryan Martini. He is a freaking monster.
Yeah, I remember the song like I heard it for first time yesterday because it's.
Of course, I like a little bit of everything. Can you tell?
Yeah, you run a music shop, so.
And I have memories from different eras of metal. It's like, I got my thrash years in the 80s and I got my whatever was going on in the early 2000s. But me and my friends used to go to strip clubs and it was like, man, they're not playing whatever they were playing rock there. Sounded pretty good.
Not Falling.
Who? Oh, Not Falling is not on LD50, but that's a later album. I mean, they also did one of the themes for Saw too. That was
that's true. Yeah, Saw. I love that whole series. I don't care what people say. I love every Saw movie. I think it's cool because it's mental mind fuck. So I like it.
They call themselves. They're not called new metal. They're math metal. Math
metal now. Wow. Okay.
I mean, like some people they came around like a year ago that locally at Bethel Woods, where the Woodstock Festival was. They have an amphitheater for those that are watching in Europe or whatever else. And it was Megadeth and Mudvayne, and a lot of my friends are like, "Oh, they were a horrible Mudvayne. They were the worst band I ever saw." I'm like, "You just whatever." Everybody likes what they like,
Yeah, I just remember Not Falling because it's so tight. And I was listening to it for the first time, and in 2000, for me, I was only listening to underground stuff and starting to listen to other stuff, and it blew me away because it was like it's so in your face.
We were talking right before we went on the air that I have a record store, of course, and I don't really sell too much stuff online, but we're going to start. So we're going to start doing some Discogs and a few things on eBay. There's an album from that era that is just crazy priced. It's the Queen of the Damned movie soundtrack. Oh my God. And I remember when they reissued it and I had copies of that sitting on a shelf, and man, I wish I would have kept some. But that thing's going for like $300.
Yeah, I got the CD when it came out. I love that movie.
You have the CD of the Queen of the Damned,
Yeah, the soundtrack is so good because it's like
look up the vinyl and let me know.
Yeah, it's probably worth a lot of money because it comes from my era.
I don't know. I don't know if they ever pressed it originally back then because vinyl wasn't really happening in 2000. So I think they just repressed it for the first time with like a record store day thing or something. And I thought I had it sitting around. We were going through my vinyl collection and we were looking at stuff that there's weird stuff that's not even 10 years old that's worth hundreds of dollars. And then I have an Alice in Chains Black Gives Way to Blue album that's autographed by the band. And I used to have 3 or 4 of those. And I thought I lost it, but I found it the other day, so which is pretty cool.
CD, cassette.
Ovi's looking up some news that we're way off topic on, but
well, it came on vinyl for first time in 2019.
That's right.
on
What
the
do you want,
water
this cog?
27th. Yeah.
What's it
And
for? Is there any for sale?
nope. There's nobody else want to sell it because it's probably worth a lot of money, so they don't want to sell it.
When's the last time someone sold one? Does it show you?
No, last sold the 27th of September 2025, so not that long ago.
How much was it? Did it show you?
Fuck, I gotta log in to see it. But
Oh, okay, never mind. Well, anyhow,
I assume it's gonna be quite a few dollars.
please
It's the
take a
last-
moment to
Yes.
subscribe to the channel, hit that button, hit that like button, and let us know what you guys are listening to in this October of 2025. No one said typo negative. People come in my stories that it's typo negative season now.
Yeah, everybody. I heard a lot of people talking about typo negative, so yeah, they will
Yeah.
live for.
Anyhow, so we'll be back next week on the Rock Fantasy Files. I think the guys are on Friday night are going to be talking Pantera, doing a ranking file, I heard. And I don't know what the subject's going to be next week, but we'll be back around. If I'm not around, James will be hosting. And we'll see you again soon. For Ed Farshtey, for OV. We'll see you next time on the Rock Fantasy Files. Let's see.
Red button.